Hey, what's up, Aquarius? Welcome back to another timeless general tarot reading. Per usual, make sure to check the timestamps below to fast forward to relevant parts of the reading due to how I shuffle cards. Make sure to understand the disclaimers that all typical disclaimers are assumed, all non-typical disclaimers are asserted. I'm not responsible for you misimparting the truth in this message that is meant for somebody else. It's your responsibility to take what is meant for you and leave the rest. With that being said, let me see if I can find some kind of message for you from Spirit here. Page of Swords wanting to emerge a few times. That's sort of indicating, it's indicating action coming from the mental realm, so a lot of times it's signified with communication, some kind of verbal communication that inspires action, often times enough. It may also be an individual, a younger individual. Here you got us. Could you give me a clear message for Aquarius here, if you don't mind? Ten of Cups wanted to flip out there pretty good. I am sorry here, Aquarius, but looks like it's slow rolling to start off here, so make sure you use the timestamps to figure out a good time to watch this. Empress trying to flip out, the Devil trying to flip out. This is how I do it. I make sure that Spirit gives me a message and I don't just take a random pull. I have to admit, the energy feels a little weird at the moment, which is what I was worried about. Starting this reading, my energy has been taken from me to a certain extent over the last week or two. I had all the energy in the world to do these tarot readings, I always have, and then the second I do them, I get like a good weekend, and then all of a sudden the brakes get slammed down on my spirit's energy, which is how, it's what happens with all my projects I try to do. It's very, very bizarre. I can never keep my passion. So, interesting that the Seven of Cups comes out at that point then, because it's sort of what I was just explaining within myself. That, well, I don't know if that's exactly true, what I was explaining. So, Seven of Cups, water sign, but you're a wind sign, ironically. This card often denotes variety. There's all these options here for you to choose from. The issue can be that sometimes that can develop analysis paralysis. There are so many options that you get paralyzed in choosing the options. The other thing is that even though there's so many options, there's potential for a few of them to be phony. But the phony ones are good at hiding themselves. Excuse me. The good ones are good at the phony ones are good at hiding themselves within the other options. So it's a mixed signal here without some clarification. Definitely a sign to be decisive. It's a sign to definitely be thorough about your choices and about vetting them out. It also can be very simply a sign that you have a lot of options. In the upright, it can mean all that stuff. So let me see if I can find some kind of clarifier. That card definitely yields itself to being clarified to a solid amount. Five of Pentacles wanting to stick on the bottom of the deck. Great Goddess, can you clarify this Seven of Cups any further for Aquarius, please? To kind of get this energy rolling here, we're looking at close to 5 minutes. And I'm looking at one card here. It's a little bright. Let me move that over. Still, it takes like 2 or 3 cards before the camera corrects all the way, unfortunately, due to this new fabric I've got on my setup. Alright, Great Goddess. Anything else for this Aquarius? What can you clarify about this variety for them? Is this variety a sign simply of abundance? Is this variety a sign of taking more action in their choices and not being stuck in analysis paralysis, overabundance, so to speak? Or is this a sign to watch out for the shoddy options within all of the options here? And I'm not managing to get any clarification. We have this trying to come out for you. So we have the Hangman and the Upright. So this is once again a choice. This is actually clarifying the fact that it's not that you have analysis paralysis. It's actually that you could benefit from some analysis and retrospection. So that leads me to believe that you have a lot of options. You're perceiving a lot of options on your table. The problem is not all of those options are of equal value. Within the options, you have a few of them that are in need of some solid introspection. Like, is this really the option I think it is? Is this really the option of quality that it seems to be? And you're being asked here to make sure that you vet your options well. So it's not a sign that you are, in fact, it's not a sign that you're analyzing your options too little. It's actually a sign that you need to analyze your options more thoroughly. And you need to really consider within yourself, right? Perhaps there are options that are not as good for you as you think they are. At the end of the day, making sure that you're getting the best choice possible is definitely coming through here. That is, or at least not getting stuck with the worst option because you didn't vet it properly. So that's what this is signifying, that you've got to make sure that you sort of validate the quality of your options. So it's definitely a sign not to hasten into choosing something here. Don't jump onto the first thing that throws its way at you, so to speak. It's really asking you to check your inner guidance for which of these paths to take, which of these options to choose. Pretty straightforward. So, I got this. Let me see here. What other clarity do we have for this? Because that's pretty straightforward. Like, those clarify each other fine. So let me see here. Great Goddess, can you clarify the Seven of Cups? Can you get any further insight on what the Seven of Cups is referring to? Clear sign, please. Also, if you don't mind, comment down below if you've ever actually used my timestamps. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to start asking to see how many of those get used and how many of them are not used. So we had 2 cards fall out there. But I'm not sure how to mix them into this necessarily. They fell out with 2 other cards, so I just don't think it was very clear. It's gotta be 1 clear card, 2 clear cards, not a bunch of cards unclear. So yeah, Aquarius, I mean, this is pretty straightforward here. It's not giving you like a huge laundry list of things to consider. It's just giving you the options to tower wanting to come out of the bottom of the deck. It's actually a very straightforward and simple message. And as soon as I say that, the Fool comes out for you. More energy to the same degree. It's like if you can take this retrospection properly, like it's suggesting, which is signifying here that you very likely can. This new journey that of your whichever choice you make is going to empower you properly, and that you're going to be able to start this new journey with this new option with optimism and energy, and the sort of foolish outlook of looking forward properly. So that's a sign that if you do not do this introspection properly, you're actually going to wind up being disappointed before the journey has even begun. So this is definitely asking, and this Lover's reverse tried to flip out, so this is definitely telling you to make sure you vet your choices. And if you use that retrospection properly, which I think Aquarius is, you have the capacity from your sign to do such a thing. You're a more inquisitive sign than a lot of the other raw emotional signs, so to speak. So like, the capacity is here for you to do this properly. Therefore, this is just very, it even is kind of clearing itself up here. I'm actually thinking about ending this reading since it's so straightforward. When the reading is this straightforward, I usually wind up wrapping it up. It's some kind of, and you know, the thing that comes to mind obviously is you're some kind of attractive mate, and you just have options and options and options. But you've got to be careful not to get sweet-talked by the option that's pretty on the surface, so to speak, but isn't actually good for longevity, for the stability required to take this fool's journey with you. You're being asked to make sure that you really like search what your heart thinks, not just to get like lost in your reptile brain, so to speak, and to take your inner wisdom in making this decision. And that if you can do that properly, if you can make the proper choice in this instance, it's giving you, it's suggesting here that you're going to be very proud of your choice, and that the choice is going to empower your journey forward, and you're not going to feel like you made the wrong choice, and you're not going to feel like you're disappointed in your path forward. So we did have the High Priestess come out there mixed up. Kind of slipped out on my lap, but I didn't take that card. Five of Pentacles trying to slip out here. So yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I should add to this. That's as straightforward as it's going to be. And it's fortunate because there's other readings where I get like 15 cards in, 20 cards in, and it's like, there's still no correlations yet. So one card more try to flip out for you. That's the Magician. A powerful manifestational capacity, energized by this fool's errand, so to speak. The Fool here is, I'm actually going to also conclude here, just due to the fact that this is coming out so clear and straightforward. No negative energy. Just the only potential negative is if you haste to choosing in this variety. So once again, this is a pretty straightforward message. You, for whatever reason, it doesn't clarify if it's a relationship, romantic relationship, friendship relationship, career relationship. It doesn't necessarily specify. You have it could even be a material thing, maybe like a house or a car, something in that regard. Something, somehow, you have a lot of variety in that particular thing. Whether it's a romantic capacity or a relationship capacity, or even material capacity. You have a lot of abundance in terms of variety, a lot of choices on the table. There's a risk that through that amount of variety, there is a chance of taking a hasty decision due to how much abundance there is, due to being rushed to make a decision. The problem is, you're being called to not take haste in that regard, and you're being called to really search within yourself to make sure that you vet the quality of your choice. Don't just pick whatever seems like the best option. There's very likely options within this variety that aren't as great as they appear once you really peel back the layers. And this is really asking you to search within yourself to make sure that the choice you're making is the best choice for you. It's imploring you to not make a hasty decision. Do not just jump into a decision for the wrong reasons because you want to make the choice, because you want to get over making the choice. You've got to make the right choice. And to make that right choice, you've got to retrospect within yourself. And it's suggesting here that if you can do that properly, you're going to be armed with not only the mental energy and the mental fortitude to be proud of your choice and to be eager about the path forward with your choice, but the choice you make is going to help empower your manifestational capacity. If you can use your patience and your internal seeking within yourself for what's best for you, you will be able to pick from your variety the best option. And that best option is going to arm your journey forward with proper outlook and then also proper manifestational capacity to actually achieve more than you ever could have dreamed of without this choice in your life. So that's a stark warning, because if you run into haste and you hastily pick the wrong choice here, you're going to be completely flipped on that optimistic idea of moving forward. You're instead going to be disappointed about having to make this new journey, and you're not going to have the manifestational capacity to do good in your life. There's a good shot that that manifestational capacity is going to get turned on itself and not serve you properly. So more than anything here, apply some patience, apply some vetting, apply some scrutiny, apply some critical nature, and make sure with all your heart and soul that you are choosing the best option for you, since you have so many options on the table. And do not let an option pretend its quality, because that is going to take away an option of even greater quality for you. So, all right, that's all I've got for this reading. It was actually pretty straightforward, and I appreciate that you were here, Aquarius. Do the right thing. Do what's best for you. Thank you very much, and take care.